Kia koutou katoa, welcome in ladies and gentlemen to week 4 of competition. Just adjusting this camera, hopefully we've got it all dialed in now. Week 4 of competition here, the A grade men's or premium men's competition here at the Wynnum Softball Association, and we'll see the Brisbane Giants in a double header. Game 2 for them, 3:10 start time, just start a little bit after 3:10, around about 3:15 start time, and they are taking on the Arohanui white side. And Arohanui white side filled predominantly with rep players that have come through the system. So a younger team with a couple of older boys, but predominantly younger. And they play really good softball as well, does this Arohanui white side. Let's set the lineups for you. Offensively, Brooklyn Dugout lead off for the Giants. He's down at first base after a walk, now down at second with the kind of wild pitch. And it'll be Jackson Gerbes hitting 2 today. The starting shortstop, left-handed shortstop, well, that'll be interesting. The pitcher will be hitting 3 today. Caleb Vandergroup, followed by his father Luke in the cleanup spot. And Gerbes will drop this one into centre field. Takawa has to hold up just in case of the catch, and so the Giants have got him cornered here early in the top of the first innings. Rest of the batting lineup for the Giants here this afternoon is Jake Bowen will be hitting 5, Jeremy Tremont's in the 6th spot, the second baseman. Chris Putaka Jr. will be playing third base, hitting 7 today. Dylan McEachin, he's in the 8th spot, and Stephen Holmes rounds out the batting order for the boys from the Brisbane Giants. Defensively for Te Arohanui, they are really good in the field. Well, as I mentioned, a bunch of representative players here in Queensland. This one misses at the top of the zone. So left to right in the outfield, it'll be Connor Buxton at left. Centre is Lucas Jenkins. Right footer Cooper Nitschke. Just trying to remember his last name from last week. Young Cooper. And that pass ball will allow Gerbes down to second base. So both runners in scoring position here for the Giants. Hook on a third base, Tipene Harkness. Shortstop is Alex Duncalf. He was outstanding last week. 3 home runs from Duncalf, and I think it was 8 RBIs. One of them a grand slam. Second base today is the father, Chris Duncalf. This one goes back to the screen, and that'll allow a walk and load the bases here for the Giants. Rest of the infield over at first base is Remy Wilson, behind the dish doing the catching James Allen, and on the hill is Michael Finsk. So there are your 2 teams. So with loaded bases, it's a clean-up hitter here, Luke Vandergrind. Of course, no more Haramai, and welcome into today's broadcast here at Beyond the Dugout. Great to have you along. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Of course, some action here, softball action here before Magic Round gets underway again. Day 2 of Magic Round, NRL competition today. Brisbane is alight with rugby league, that's for sure. This one fails off. Lukey Vandergrind loves a rise ball, I tell you. Outstanding player, ex-Steeler, Australian Steeler is Vandergrind. This one comes up top. This one up and away. So Vandergrind working himself into a quality at bat here. Infield for Te Arohanui White playing in, shortstop and second base with loaded bases. No outs here in the top of the first innings. And just misses outside, and Vandergrind will push in the first run of the ball game for the Giants here in the top of the first innings. Jack Bowden, the starting first baseman. As player coach Chris Duncalf comes to have a chat to his young hurler. I really like the feel of this Wynnum Softball Association. If you haven't been here, it's an idyllic kind of coastal suburb of Brisbane to the east of downtown. But apart from being on the coastline and it looks nice, there's a real good feel about the association. It allows the players to develop. You see some young Michael Finks getting the start on the hill today. That one comes through the zone. Of course, Michael, one of the Australian U18 men's team squad members. That one fouls off. Went away to Palmerston North, New Zealand about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and congratulations to Michael and the rest of his Australian junior Steelers side. Qualified for the World Cup next year in the Czech Republic. That about July. 1-2 the count here. Tempting, not fishing at it, Bowen. So 2-2 the count here now. This one just outside. So full count here on Bowen, loaded bases. And just underneath the strike zone, and that'll push in the second run of the ball game for the Giants here. And Jeremy Jamont, the second baseman, laced a home run to centre field in the earlier game today, and looks like there's going to be a pitching change here. For Te Arohanui, and the shortstop will come in to stand on the pitcher's strip. So young Alex Duncalf will take over. And Alex actually eligible to play for the junior Steelers this year. Wasn't in the team as he got the call up to the U23 side, head away to the World Cup in Colombia only a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations to Alex and the rest of the Australian team. Of course, silver medalist at the World Cup. A big tick box for Australian softball. So we'll try and get the changes for you here. It looks like Finks has gone from the pitcher's mound to third base, and Harkness has gone from third base to shortstop. That allows young Alex Duncalf to go from shortstop onto the mound. So no outs here, top of the first innings. And Jeremy Jamont. First pitch, kind of check swing. Well deep enough for the runner to tag up at third base to come in for the third run for the Giants. But one pitch, one out from Duncalf. Runners in the corners now. That'll bring up Chris Putaka. Rise ball air-mailed. Runner will come in from third base, Luke Vandergrind, and he will pick up the Giants' fourth run here on the top of the first frame. So So the runner moves to second base, so in scoring position for Putaka.
Grab Jimmy.
This one outside. Did see Alex warming up before the match, so not in completely cold here into the match. Well, if you just tuned in, firstly, where the heck have you been? And secondly, this is the second game of the day. Arohanui Blue run out victors over the Giants in game 1. 4 runs to 1 to Arohanui Blue in that match. The Brisbane Giants backing up here in their double header. Walk issue to Putaka, and that'll bring in Dylan McEachin. Or it could be Ekhern. Dylan anyway. First pitch to him is up. This one comes through for a strike. This ball gets away. So 2-1 count here on McEachern. Hard drop ball, just misses the top of the zone. So 3-1 the count. Swing and a miss. So that'll fill up the count now, 3-2. 1 away here, top of the first innings. This one fouls off. Swing and a miss. So full count again. Oh, apologies, full count now must be. Yeah, no, that is 4. Okay, right, I thought Chopper had lost count. So he'll go down to first base, does Dylan. And that'll load the bases for the number 9 hitter here, starting catcher Stephen Holmes. Played a bit of second bag in the earlier game. Drop ball skids away. And a rise ball. Nice and juicy. Swing underneath of that one. So 1-1 the count here. Well, the other exciting thing that happened here today, let's get ready for this 1-1. And this one off the end of the bat, up the middle, he'll grab one, looking for 2, and Harkness. Whoa, wait a minute. And he doesn't get the lead runner at, no, he's out at 2, but safe at first base, apologies, and so 2 runs coming for the Giants during that play. Caught me out actually. Apologies. Yeah, safe at 1, out at 2 on the play. And the runners from 2 and 3 both came in to score. So 6th spot now for the Giants at the top of the first innings. Drop ball over the top of the zone. That'll allow a courtesy runner in for Holmes, the catcher at first base, and Dylan will come back out to run. One skids away, so the runner will go down to third base. 60 feet away now. Giants flexing their muscles a little. Just missing the top of the zone is young Brooklyn Takawa. Batting here. Starting centre fielder for the Giants. Walk in his first at bat. That was against the pitching of Finks, and he'll get a walk here in his second at bat against Dugout. So it'll bring up the back Jackson Gerbes here. He's starting shortstop for the Giants in this game. First pitch up the middle, and Harkness will take care of that, bread and butter. But it's not before the Giants play 6 runs in the top of the first innings, and we're underway in the 3-10 matchup here on week 4 at the Wynnum Softball Association. So as we head into the bottom of the first innings here, Arohanui Whiteside head coach Chris Duncalf taking an opportunity to pass on his experience to his young men, get their mindset ready to come out batting in the bottom of the first innings. Let's look at the defensive lineup here for the Giants. Left to right in the outfield, it'll be Luke Vandergren out at left field. Centre fielder is Brooklyn Takawa. Right fielder is Dylan McEachern. Apologies, I've got that kind of pronounced wrong, Dylan. We'll get that right. Come and have a beer with Chopper tonight. We'll figure that one out together. Hock on a third base for the Giants will be at third base. Was Chris Potaka. That's now changed. It's I can just find the guy's name. Jake Bowen has slid over to third base, and that's because Potaka has gone over to first. So they've made a switch. It is the left-hander up the middle at shortstop, Jackson Gerbes. He's joined by Jeremy Jamont at second. And behind the dish doing the catching is Stephen Holmes for the starting pitcher, Caleb Vandergrint. Offensively for the Arohanui Whiteside, Lucas Jenkins will lead off, followed by Tipene Harkness. Alex Duncalf, remember 3 home runs from him last week in one of the matches here against the Giants. James Allen will be hitting in the 4th spot. Michael Finks, the Australian representative, is hitting 5 today. Connor Buxton in the 6th spot. Cooper Nitschke will be hitting 7. Chris Duncalf in the 8th spot, the old fella. And Remy Wilson will round out the batting order here for the lads from Te Arohanui Whiteside.
Hello, Kate.
Just as we about to get underway here in the bottom of the first innings, Te Arohanui Whiteside have got Remy Wilson. No, apologies. Cooper Nitschke warming up in the bullpen. So it looks like Nitschke might get an opportunity to pitch in the next innings. Bottom of the first. First pitch is through the top of the zone. Lucas Jenkins, starting centre fielder, right on the outside edge. Couldn't see Caleb pitch last week, and early season form last week. This week looking a little sharper, to be fair. Roseball up and away waste pitch. This one down Main Street, yeah, just waiting for the batter to acknowledge it. That'll be the first out here. Tipene Harkness now. A couple of fine plays from the replacement shortstop. Started at third bag, did Harkness. That one skids away. Actually think we'll see something good from Harkness today in the batter's box. Just before we go any further, the protocol says we should pay respects to the tangata whenua here, the people of the land, the Minjabwa, Indigenous tribe, and pay our respects to you, tēnā koutou katoa. 1-1 the count here. If I remember correctly too, they don't initially call them tribes, they call them mobs. So the Minjabwa mob. Drop ball's good. Vandergrant slides in there.
Hello.
So 2-away here in the bottom of the first innings. It'll bring up the danger man, Alex Dunker, fresh off the U23 WBC World Cup. Boy, did he come back in red hot form last week. If I remember correctly, first home run was off a drop ball, second home run was off a curve, kind of change on the inside. Third one was on the outside, so full plate coverage from Duncalf. He swings through that one. Just like any good pitcher, I'm sure Vandergrant has something in mind today for Duncalf. It's one of those days where you just tip your cap. Nice batting, young man. The outside. I think he had the first innings 2-run shot, Duncalf. Then loaded bases, grand slam. About the third, I think it was. It might have been the second. And then capped it off with a 2-run shot late in the game. 8 RBIs on the day for Alex Duncalf. And there's a hard hit ball, bit of what you saw last week. Vandergrant reaching over and can't grab it. And that'll be a home run as he continues his just sheer dominance in the batter's box, does young Alex Duncalf. Just cleared the home run distance. Wynnum here don't have a home run fence, but they have a painted defined line out there running around the home run perimeter. And then they have spotted some white cones you might see in the distance. Ground ball, whoa, get on up. Chris Puthaka reaches up, grabs that one out of the stratosphere, and that'll retire James Allen for the third out. Just to finish that home run explanation. So painted line on the ground, cones spread out every 15 metres or so, and then it's an Aussie call by the outfielder, so whether it bounces before the line or goes over on the field. Good way to do it if you haven't got a fence, and they're all pretty honest blokes here in Australia. That'll do us through one complete here at a 6-1 on the back of a Duncalf home run. he's going to play there. But before I go anywhere, these guys in the neighbourhood, check that out. It's like a whole goddamn Christmas. What the hell, Jesus. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I get that off the screen. Oh, there you go. You don't see that every day, man. Big snake as we walked into the park this morning, and right in behind the backstop there, and as you can see on the video, devouring a possum. I don't know what type of snake that is, but feel free to message us to let us know what type of snake that was. But all I can say is, it's a snake I don't want to meet type thing. So yeah, pretty interesting here in Wynnum to get the day underway. This one off the end of the bat, and that'll drop, find a bit of grass. And Vandergreet looking to turn it into two, lightning quick around the corner. How about that snake? Wicked, eh? I went for a look for it after the first game, couldn't find it. Looking through the bushes, walking around there like a dumb Kiwi, really, to be honest with you. And then as I come back, someone said to me, it's probably up in the tree now, hiding. I'm like, I walked underneath those trees. So I am not going back there again. I love Australia, beautiful beaches, good people, but you can keep your snakes and you can keep your spiders. This one fouls off. Pitching change here for the Arohanui white side. Coming in onto the hill is the right fielder, Cooper Nitschke. That means Duncalf has gone back to shortstop. Harkness has gone back to third base, and Michael Finks has gone to right fielder for keeping score at home. So hitters count here for Luke Vandergren. He holds back on that one. We'll head down to first base with a walk. Do like I said, the feel of this competition here at Wynnum. Of course, supported by a really good organisation here. Happy for the players to move between teams if they need to. We saw young Michael Finks helping out the blue side of the game just before this one. Doesn't matter which club you play for, you can help them out if they need a player. I like that. It's all about playing. And also, you can see here the coaching staff, their only intention is to help these young players develop. And so we saw young Michael Finks come on and pitch, Duncalf have a pitch, and now Nitschke, I think their mainstay on the hill, comes in the pitch now. That one comes through the zone. Jake Bowden, starting third baseman. This one just gets away from the catcher. And the runners will shift up 60 feet. Kind of spoils this one, will stay foul though. One ball and two strikes to count here. No outs. And hard hit ball. That's foul down the third base line. Great to have you along. Thank you for tuning in to be on the dugout here on a winter Sunday afternoon here in Wynnum. Temperature just starting to drop a little, down to about 21 now. Was that 23 earlier today? This one to the screen, here comes Vandergrind, and he will scamper in. The older Vandergrind, Luke down to third base in the same play. So Giants, the 8th run of the ball game, 60 feet away here. 2-2 the count on Bowden. And get some swinging on that one for the first out. That'll bring up to bat here. Starting second baseman. Got off a good start in the earlier match with a home run, dead red centre fielders. Jeremy Jamont. Pitch just outside. This one down low. And Jamont laces this one to left field. A solid single, and that'll play the 8th run of the ball game here as Vandergrind comes in to score. Kids are at the ballpark having a good time, as they should be too. Chris Putaka. Someone left his shirt on today. Up to bat now. He fouls off the first pitch he sees. This one outside. Nitschke, good young pitcher. He's got all the pitches. Hits both sides of the plate. I like his demeanour on the mound. This one down low inside. Shaves inside. So hitters count here for Putaka, 3-1. And he went around on that attempted check swing. So full count now, one away here, top of the second innings. And outside, good eyes by Putaka. So 2 runners on here, the Giants. And Dylan McEachern who's stepping to go to work here. Starting right fielder for the Giants in this match. Takes the first pitch right down Main Street. Beautiful sky here this afternoon. Just to here before 4 p.m. local time. And that one comes through the zone, and that'll be the strikeout. Yep, just waiting for the batter to acknowledge it. It was right down the middle. So 2 away here, we'll bring up the catcher in the 9 spot, Stephen Holmes. AKA Homie. I said he's wearing Corey List playing shirt, the list on the back of his shirt. Let's see if he can bat like young Australian hitter. We'll change the paint's first pitch, slides in. This one pops up. Dugout, the shortstop, we're going to take control, and he does. So that'll do the top of the second innings. The Giants to add to their score. The score now 8 runs to 1 over to Arohanui White. More action to come at the bottom of the second next. Well, here we go here, the bottom of the second innings. Seven-run margin, Giants in the lead. And young Caleb Vandergrant continues on the hill here for the Giants. Michael Finks will lead off. Finks started on the hill, now moved out to right field. That one just missing the middle of the zone. 3-2 the count now. That one fouls away. And Vandergrant rears back to pick up the first out here in the second innings. That'll bring up the bat here, left fielder Connor Buxton. A little bit of breeze now coming through, not much. Hopefully not picking up too much on the mic here today. Rise ball up top. This one fouls off. And Vandergrant just turns it up a dial. Low lifter on the inside, Ed fans him. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second innings. And bring up the bat the pitcher, a relief pitcher, Cooper Nitschke. First pitch wide. This one misses inside. If you've never been to Wynnum, you've got to come here. You head from the airport south over the Gateway Bridge. Basically take a first left and you'll find Wynnum. This one pops up. Centre fielder coming underneath it and he will make the catch. That'll do us through 2 complete here. It is the Giants leading 8 runs to 1. Top of the third coming up next. Here we go, top of the third. That'll be top of the order here for the Brisbane Giants. Brooklyn Nakawa, Jackson Gerbes and Caleb Vandergrant, 1, 2 and 3. Change of pace. One in the count now. Drop ball just gets away from him on the inside. And Brooklyn Nakawa, exponent of Kelty's Monaco. It's been a few seasons down in the Hutt Valley playing for Hutt City United. Now getting an opportunity to play some winter ball here in Brisbane. Take that one on the outside edge. So a hitter's count now for Takawa. So that foul ball will load the count now, 3 and 2 here. No outs, top of the third innings. And it's 3 walks in a row here for Dugout. As you'll lay the table head down to first base. Up to bat now. Starting shortstop, Jackson Gerbes. This one just gets away from the catcher. How's the runner get down to second base? We'll change the place, can't get it to land. So a hitter's count now for Gerbes. Top of the 3rd innings. And a hard hit ball from Gerbes, and that'll take 1 bounce and skid through for a ground rule double, and that'll allow Dugout to come in to score. So trading places, Gerbes and Dugout. Now give an opportunity to the starting pitcher, Caleb Vandergrind. And Vandergrind on the back of this one going back, and Vandergrind with a 2-run shot here in the top of the 3rd innings. So high fives as he goes down the line, does Vandergrind. Good on the back of that one. Did young Caleb. 10-run margin now on the top of the 3rd innings. And Vandergrind first pitch just dispatches a rise ball to centre field. So the Giants flexing their muscles here in the 3rd innings. A walk and 3 straight hits. One of them a home run to young Caleb Vandergrind. A lead-off change up for a strike here against Jacob Bowden, starting 3rd baseman. And another change up. And with a 10-run margin, nice respect given from the Giants. No movement from Vandergrind on first base on that pass ball. Rise ball outside. Tries to get that change up to land. Bowden was walking back to the dugout, to be fair. Player umpires here do the best they can. This one over the top of the zone. So full count here, no outs. And that'll get him on the outside edge for the first out. Jeremy Jamont now, starting 2nd baseman. Pitches inside edge for a strike. Cooper Nitschke, relief pitcher, in for his second innings of work here. Jamont straight to third base, one, and they'll turn it over for a double play. And that'll complete the top of the third innings, but it's not before the Giants plate 3 on also a 2-run home run inclusive in that from young Caleb Van der Grint. More action to come, bottom of the third coming up next. Well, as the Brisbane Giants come out of the dugout, looks like they're going to make a defensive change and be a straight swap. Carlos DeCarlo will come in for Julian Jamont at the second base. To Jamont's cause, he caught the whole of the first game. So if anyone deserves an early beer, it's Jeremy Jamont. Julian, his brother, of course. There we go, bottom of the third innings, and it'll be the old guy, Chris Duncalf, player coach. He'll lead off by Zigo's first pitch. Tukawa is called into action, the second baseman, for the first out. And Remy Wilson will step in, the first baseman.
And Rem.
Straight at him is young Caleb Van der Grint. Just missing inside. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Remy had a great hit last week. Kind of a check swing, if you like, but a line drive to right field. Off the pitching of Van der Grint. Sure, Te Arohanui Whiteside would love to see him duplicate that right here, right now. Just missing on the outside edge. So quality at bat here from Wilson. Full count now, 3-2. And the change up sticks. And listen to his dugout. They were the same last week when he got that hit too to right field. They were real loud in the dugout.
I like cake.
Great to see young Remy Wilson enjoying his softball. First pitch is right down the middle to the top of the order here, Lucas Jenkins.
Bring your bat.
Oh, that's a tough pitch. Right there on the outside corner. He fouls this rise ball off. Stays alive in the at-bat. We're missing down low. I've got a question for you shortly. Oh, here's a hard hit ball. This is long, and it's going, and the catch is taken right on the fence line. The outfielder for the Giants, Dylan McEachin, tracking back, makes a great catch to rob a home run here in the third innings. I got a question. You can see in the centre field of the sky there's an aeroplane travelling through, and they have those two jets of white jets of, I don't know, call them clouds that come out of the back of from the engines. How was that created? What is that phenomenon? Why do airplanes sometimes create those two white jets out the back? Leave a comment. Let us know how it happens. This one goes a foul off the end of the bat.
Oh, Remy was all right there.
Tiffany Harkins.
Good wheels, Ram.
Harkness fouls this one off.
Good tip.
Young Vandergrint's been on point today. Yanni Blemish coming back a couple of innings ago. There's a little check swing.
Hold up there, Remy.
And that'll load the table, so lay the table, I should say. The only offensive difference in this game so far for Te Arohanui wide, and that is the shortstop, Alex Duncalf. A home run back in the second innings. Up to bat now with 2 runners on. And he sees a drop ball down Main Street to start. Drop ball's good on the inside edge, can't catch up to it. So in the hole here, 0-2. I'm just trying to nibble on the outside edge. So 1-2 the count now. 2 runners on here for Te Arohanui, and the danger of Duncalf at the plate. Over the top, ground ball, and it'll get us over. It is a celebration for the pitcher, Vandergrint, because it was 4 at-bats, 4 home runs. If he went back to last week's game, 3 in that game, and 1 to start this one off from Duncalf. And he's like, yes, I finally got him. So a bit of laughter and a bit of fun, and the Giants family in the lead in this one. 11 runs to 1. Now, just a little bit of a warning. I know my phone was just on 50% when we started this game. Up there, that's the camera you're watching out of. So it may not make it to the end of this game. And there's no way of charging it because we've got the microphones plugged into its USB-C port. So if it goes off, I hope you've enjoyed the game. There's actually 14, we've got away about 5 minutes late, so maybe 19 minutes left in this match. And depending how long the Giants go on the top of the 4th innings, this could be the last innings anyway. Well, as we get underway here for the top of the 4th innings, 4th week matchup here at the Wynnum Softball Association. Just want to give a shout out to all the volunteers here at Wynnum. They do a fantastic job. They make you feel welcome, and there's always plenty of beer in the fridge, so that keeps Chopper happy for sure. As we get underway in the top of the 4th, right down Main Street goes relief pitcher here, Cooper Nitschke third innings of work, and he'll face Chris Putaka, Dylan McEachin, and Stephen Holmes. 1, 2, and 3. And Nitschke not mucking around here as he drills that one through the zone. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. This one just sails away. Waste pitch, of course. 1 and 2 the count now. Putaka's look good in the batter's box today. Real focused. And a little bit of magic from Nitschke to get the first out. Dylan McEachin now. Tell you what, this guy's a bit of a character, especially in the dugout. I'll just leave it there. How about that? He swings at the first rise ball he sees. And Nitschke's not waiting around here. Straight out these Brisbane batters here in the 4th innings. 7, 8, 9 in the order. Doesn't want to get to the top. And good morning, good afternoon, good night, as McEachin will watch that one come through. And Stephen Holmes, starting catcher for Brisbane here this afternoon, as the shadows get longer. This one outside 4:20 p.m. here local time. Scheduled to finish at 4:30, but maybe a little bit later because it got underway about 5 minutes late or so.